What if I told you the Blue Jays being targeted by the Mets and Dodgers in the Kyle Tucker sweepstakes isn't a threat? It's the ultimate validation that Toronto has officially arrived as baseball's most dangerous franchise. Let me explain why this three-team battle is exactly what the Blue Jays want. Hello, Jays Nation. Welcome to Jays Quick News, your go-to spot for the latest Toronto Blue Jays updates. The Tucker race just confirmed what we already knew. The Blue Jays are operating at an elite level that has baseball's biggest spenders scrambling to keep up. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell because this story is about to get even better. Here are the facts that everyone's talking about. According to former Mets and Orioles general manager Jim Duquette, citing league sources, three teams have completely separated themselves in the Kyle Tucker chase: the Toronto Blue Jays, the New York Mets, and the Los Angeles Dodgers. But here's what most analysts are missing. Toronto isn't just competing with these giants, they're setting the pace that forced everyone else to join the race. Think about what's happened this offseason. The Blue Jays didn't wait around hoping for the best. They struck first and struck hard. Dylan Cease, 7 years, $210 million done. Tyler Rogers, 3 years, $37 million to dominate the late innings. Locked in. And just days ago, Kazuma Okamoto, a 6-time NPB All-Star who hit .327 with a 1, 0.14 OPS in 2025, 4 years, $60 million. That's over $307 million committed before most teams even started negotiating with top-tier free agents. But the brilliant part? Every single one of these moves makes the Tucker signing not just possible, but strategically inevitable. Ross Atkins and Mark Shapiro aren't building a team. They're architecting a dynasty. And Tucker sees it. The Mets and Dodgers see it. The entire baseball world sees it. Let's talk about why the Blue Jays hold all the leverage in this three-team race. First, recent success matters. Toronto came within 2 outs of a World Series championship in 2025, losing Game 7 to the Dodgers in heartbreaking fashion. The Mets? They missed the playoffs entirely, collapsing down the stretch with a $340 million payroll. The Dodgers won it all, yes, but Tucker knows they did it without him. Toronto proved they're one elite bat away from completing the mission. Second, organizational trajectory. The Blue Jays are ascending while their competitors are navigating uncertainty. The Mets just gutted their roster, trading away Brandon Nimmo and Jeff McNeil while losing Pete Alonso and Edwin Diaz in free agency. They're not adding Tucker to a championship core. They're desperately trying to rebuild one around Francisco Lindor and Juan Soto. That's the opposite of stability. The Dodgers are loaded, but their outfield is crowded with Teoscar Hernandez, Tommy Edman, and Eddie Pages already in place. Where exactly does Tucker fit in that puzzle? And while the Dodgers prefer short-term, high AAV deals, Tucker is 29 years old with a chance to secure generational wealth. Does he really want to bet on himself with 2 or 3 year deals when Toronto can offer long-term security with a contending core locked in for the next decade? Now here's where the Okamoto signing becomes pure genius. Some people are questioning how Tucker fits after Toronto added a corner infielder. But look closer at the roster construction. Okamoto projects to play third base, which moves Addison Barger to the outfield where he thrived in 2025. That doesn't eliminate the need for Tucker. It creates the perfect complementary setup. Tucker in left field, Barger in right, with Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Bo Bichette potentially returning, and Okamoto forming one of baseball's most balanced lineups. The Okamoto deal also proves financial flexibility. Toronto's current payroll sits at approximately $286 million, with a luxury tax number around $300. $8 million, they're already over the highest threshold, meaning they've already accepted the penalties. Adding Tucker doesn't change their tax status. They're simply maximizing the investment they've already committed to making. And with significant money coming off the books after 2026, the long-term financial picture is sustainable. Here's the psychological advantage Toronto has that nobody's talking about. When Kyle Tucker toured the Blue Jays' state-of-the-art Dunedin facility back in December, he wasn't just evaluating facilities. He was experiencing what championship culture looks like. He saw a franchise that went from Game 7 heartbreak to aggressive, decisive action. He met with Vladimir Guerrero Jr., one of baseball's most exciting young stars. He learned about the international market presence and fan support that makes Toronto unlike anywhere else in baseball. The Mets can offer money, the Dodgers can offer rings, but Toronto can offer Tucker something neither of those franchises can: the chance to be the difference maker, who pushes a championship-caliber team over the finish line. Not joining a dynasty in progress, not rebuilding a broken roster, being the piece that completes a championship puzzle that's 95% finished. And let's address the elephant in the room. Can Toronto afford this? The answer is unequivocally yes. Rogers Communications, the ownership group, has demonstrated unprecedented financial commitment. They gave Vladimir Guerrero Jr. $500 million last April. They broke franchise records for pitching contracts with Cease. They're operating at a payroll level Toronto has never seen. This isn't ownership dipping their toe in championship waters. This is full commitment to winning now. The three-team race isn't a threat to Toronto. It's confirmation that the Blue Jays have built something so special that baseball's biggest spenders are panicking to keep up. Tucker will choose Toronto, not because they outbid everyone, but because Toronto offers the perfect combination of championship contention, organizational stability, long-term financial security, and the chance to be a franchise-defining player in one of baseball's most passionate markets. The Blue Jays aren't chasing Tucker. Tucker is choosing between joining Toronto's championship mission or settling for alternatives that don't offer nearly as complete a package. That's the position of strength Toronto has built through smart, aggressive, strategic decision-making. What do you think, Jays Nation? Is Tucker about to make the best decision of his career by choosing Toronto? Can you see the championship vision Atkins and Shapiro are building? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Jays Quick News for all your Blue Jays championship coverage.